Making breakfast from random things I have in the fridge. I came up with this gorgeous omelet, and honestly, in a restaurant, this would cost me like $14 minimum. So I found a pack of mushrooms from Trader Joe's. This is already like halfway cooked, a random mushroom mixed together. I've got 2 eggs trying to roll away and escape, and this smoked salmon. I always get this one from Sam's Club. It's about $14 and it has no added hormones, no GMO, and raised without antibiotics. And honestly, I think this is one of the most tastiest smoked salmons out there. And I also have this spice mix bag I brought home from France. Here are the ingredients. Yeah, it has like oregano, basil, thyme, majoram. Usually things you probably have at home. Starting with the mushrooms, a little bit of oil, and we're gonna cook half of these mushrooms, about half. It's a pretty small bag, I think. So yeah, just a little bit of mushrooms. Today I'm making breakfast for one. Cracking 2 eggs into a bowl, adding a little bit of heavy cream. This is gonna help to fluff up my omelet. Gorgeous, very beautiful. Look at those yolks. This is pasture raised eggs that I'm using. I also got a Sam's Club. It's a really good price too. Spices, garlic. Of course, have to add garlic. You can always add fresh garlic as well. I just have a big bottle of garlic. With spices, you can really play around whatever you want. You can also add some cayenne pepper, smoked paprika. But whenever I add smoked paprika, it also turns a little brown. So I try not to add it to eggs. A little bit of salt and a lot of black pepper. A little bit of salt because the smoked salmon is already salty. So I don't want to like have a salt bomb in my mouth. And of course, a little bit of that seasoning mix in a separate pan, heating up oil. I'm only adding the egg when the pan is already like nicely heated up because I want this to start cooking fast. And I cover it with the lid so it basically steams the egg instead of burning on the bottom instantly. And this is on low heat actually, so like medium to low, more on the low side. And I'm adding the mushrooms to half of the side because I am gonna flip this, so I need the space to flip it. So just arranging my mushrooms and then layering one layer of smoked salmon on top because the egg is pretty thin. It's almost like a crepe. And we can totally recreate the whole recipe with crepe. It would be just as delicious. Oh, look at the beautiful golden color. And it is fluffy, but because there's 2 eggs and one very big pan, it looks a little flat, but it is fluffy. And wow, like literally this would cost at least $14 at a restaurant. But what I have on a plate is maybe $3. I mean, I use such a small amount of that smoked salmon that it costs very cheap. And then the mushrooms is like $3, but you can use raw mushrooms and cook it up. It doesn't matter where you get your mushroom from. This is what I created and it was phenomenal. I also have some cucumbers on the side because, gotta have some healthy things in here too.